How to install Plucky on macOS. First, visit getplucky.net and make sure that you satisfy the requirements of having one of these browsers installed. I have Brave browser, so I'm good to go. Then go ahead and click the installer button to download Plucky. Once Plucky is downloaded, go ahead and double-click plucky.pkg to start the install process. And on the installer, click Continue. Read this, it's not very long, and it will teach you some important things. And then click Continue. And then finally click Install. Enter your password. And now we begin the macOS install flow, so just carefully and slowly work through each of the instructions that Plucky gives you. Click Allow and click OK. And this Plucky icon in the dock is our tour guide, so make sure whenever you see movement down here in the dock to click on the Plucky icon and follow the directions one by one. Enable Plucky and enter your password. Open System Settings. Plucky's right here, so enable it and enter the password again. And we just did this step, so click Try Again so that it sees that it's done. Click Allow. Click OK. Open System Settings. Toggle that on. Enter your password. Click Allow. Done. And after all of that, you've installed Plucky. So before you dismiss this message, again, make sure that you switch over to Brave, Edge, or Vivaldi if you haven't already done so. These are the supported Plucky browsers. You won't be able to keep on using Safari or Chrome or whatever your favorite browser is that isn't among the supported browsers. And Plucky's gone ahead and opened up Brave browser for us because it is a supported browser. So on the congratulations screen, we want to make sure that we go slowly here and actually follow everything that is being shown to us because Plucky is not a smart filter, it's a customizable filter. And so if you just blow through all of this without paying attention, then you'll never actually learn how to set up Plucky properly, because where we are right now is it's fully installed, but it hasn't been configured. So it's in position to filter the computer, but it's not actually doing anything. So very first step I would recommend, come up to the extensions puzzle piece icon and pin Plucky so that we have quick access to it whenever we need it. And I would also first take notice of the message here, the system feature is disabled. In order to address that, you can come over to the config tab and it's highlighted for us so it gets our attention. Click on it, read this so that you understand what it does. But basically, the system feature is an important next step in activating Plucky so that it is able to filter the whole computer, not just the browser that we're in. Right now it's filtering Brave, but not Safari. And Safari's not a supported browser, so if I open Safari and went to Google, it's going to load normally. But if I enable the system feature, now I can exit out of both Safari and Brave. I can also finish the installation. I didn't finish that before. I like to keep the installer just in case you ever need to rerun it, because if something is not working correctly, the surest way to fix it is to just rerun the installer. Also, in your applications folder, you have Plucky Helper and Plucky. If anything ever feels like it's not running correctly, clicking either one of these will just run you through that install flow again, and it will look for any settings that you might have missed that aren't toggled. Now, if we launch Safari, first we want to make sure actually that we clear the cache. So go into Safari and Settings, go to Privacy, and then Manage Website Data. Give it a moment to load, and then just remove all of that. So now Safari has no cache stored, and if we go again, try to go to Google, then Safari can't open the page because now Safari is being blocked by Plucky. Now we can launch Brave again to go back to what we were doing. On this page here, so far we've turned on system, we haven't done anything else. This is our config. We want to start configuring Plucky to actually filter things, so click on this link. We only have one thing so far, which is feature system that we turned on, but we can do a lot more. So this device needs a configuration. Let's choose one. And here's where we pick our path. We can either go with classic, which blocks images and videos by default. And if you don't know which one you should go with, this is the recommended one because it's the classic experience. And there's wimpy, which is an attempt to block only obviously bad sites. If you want serious filtering, then we recommend you pick classic. Okay, and you will get this message, classic configuration imported. So again, go slowly here, read these instructions. We strongly recommend that while learning the ropes, you keep your delay under 5 minutes. If you watch the short how-to videos, or you try the basic usage guide and the Plucky manual, or you dive right into the manual completely, it has a search bar. So if you have any questions, you can search for whatever you want in here. For example, the delay, and you'll find the manual page on the delay right away. But now at this point, we have we have the system feature, and we have the classic config, which means Plucky is filtering the whole computer, and whenever we use one of our supported browsers, not Safari, but Brave, we will not have images and videos by default. So at this point, probably what you'd like to do is put on a delay, just a few seconds, so that you can get an idea of how it works. And if you want a full beginner guide, then you can visit guide.plucky.net/beginner, and this will walk you through completely configuring Plucky to include all of the websites that you would want to use and how to block things that you would want to block. And since we've enabled system feature, it blocks Safari, but it might also block a program that you want to allow, such as Signal, and so it will teach you how you can allow those kinds of programs. That's it. Thanks for watching, and happy plucking.